Traffic is picking up at the train station as people travel back to their hometown to cast their ballot.
Currently, I'm still deciding.
Li Jiayun is part of a group of voters who could be the key to winning the presidential race, says political science professor Chen Fangyu.
People see less hope and people see more tension on the cross-strait relations, so they just don't know.
The tension between China and Taiwan traces back decades to the Chinese Civil War. The communists won, ousting the Kuomintang or KMT party who fled to Taiwan. Beijing says democratic Taiwan is part of China and has called the election a choice between war and peace.
The distance is too great. Even if the U.S. wants to help, they probably won't be able to. Secondly, currently, China is quite a powerful nation, so whether the U.S. is willing to make such a big sacrifice is a big question.
While each candidate tries to convince voters he is the right choice to handle the China question, some voters are skeptical.
Everyone actually is not reasonably discussing cross-strait relations. One side is using emotional blackmail. He's telling you need to vote for him to be safe. The other, actually, I think both parties are using emotional blackmail.
Ahead of the vote, polling has put a third of residents leaning toward the Democratic Progressive Party's candidate Lai Ching-te. Lai has largely led in the polls. DPP voters tend to be younger, more liberal, and many from the southern, more agricultural part of the island. The current president, Tsai Ing-wen, who is with the DPP, faces a term limit, but this voter would like her policies to continue under another DPP president.
Under our president, Tsai Ing-wen, she have turned the country and put Taiwan on the map.
Polls show another third of the voters supporting the KMT's candidate, Hou You-yi. KMT supporters tend to be more conservative, older, intellectuals, or those in the financial sector who support closer ties with China through business and beyond. Its candidate's position is the KMT is one of peace with China.
I'm a second generation of the people from China, so my affection toward China is a little deeper. If there's not going to be big changes, of course, I basically always support a candidate who expects peace across the straits.
As for the third-party candidate of the Taiwan People's Party, Ke Wen-je,
Younger generations or workers in the service sectors tend to be more dissatisfied with the current political party, so they tend to support for the third option.
Away from the fast-paced life of the cities, the residents of Budai off the central coast of Taiwan continue to farm oysters and fish and tend to ignore the campaign trucks. They don't discuss politics among friends. Their philosophy?
Your China's your China. Taiwan is our Taiwan. If you want to trade, you can. But don't have China come and attack Taiwan.
On Saturday, voters will decide who is the best candidate to maintain the status quo between Taiwan and China. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News, Taichung, Taiwan.